That's not good. Well, I don't know what's going on here. Definitely a little bit more kind of hippity hop. Okay, that was a big win. He's ripping the Charge 4 door off, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Whoa, shit. This is a heavy vehicle. Whoa, so that's kind of a bummer. Well, we're out here at the Out of Spec Hub. Shout out to Kyle and the crew. We've got the new Hummer SUV, fully electric here, and we're gonna take it for a spin. I'm gonna give you my thoughts, give you the rundown. I've driven all kinds of electric SUVs and pickup trucks, including the Silverado EV, but we're gonna see how the Hummer stacks up in this next video, so let's check it out. The Hummer EV. Here we go. All right, so first things first, seatbelt. And foot on the brake. I guess we've got a power button. Key is in my pocket. And in true out-of-spec fashion, we've got 14 miles of range. So we hit this button and pull it down into drive. We're gonna go get some juice. Let's turn this up a little bit. There we go. So tactile buttons here for the climate, and we're pulling ahead. Now this vehicle has rear steer, so this is really nice. Look at that. Very easy. We've got navigation here, so that's displaying. We got some podcast, Google stuff. There's our EV. Hello. There we go. Okay, so that's Bluetooth. Hit the truck. So there's a little delay in between going between screens. Not too bad. Get the AC going here. All right, let's go. Oh, G-force meter. Nice. So we want to know battery. Where's the battery stuff? All right. All right, so I guess I'll find that later. So we've got range here, 42 miles it's saying with 14%. And we're gonna wait up. So we're following timing in the Hummer here, and it's saying we're burning 2 kilowatts. Okay. Cool display, just getting used to it all. You guys are seeing it for the first time with me. This is kind of cool. It's got the camera in the rearview mirror. I like that. The Chevy Bolt had that as well. That was kind of a neat feature. I think it was on the Premier trim. And it's got decent pickup, actually. Yeah, it's got good pickup. Decent regen, too. So when you come out quickly off the throttle, it's good. It kicks back nice and easy. All right, so here's the display. We've got time, temperature, got our signal light on. This is showing some of the off-road stuff. I'm assuming that's suspension, height, all that sort of thing, because we got air suspension. Trip meter on this side showing our range right up front. That's good. And the blue is 42 miles remaining and shows our percentage. And I'm pretty sure it's around 13-14%. Power usage up top. So, you know, removing power from the battery or replenishing it through regen. Speedometer readout, mileage. And here we go. 4-wheel steering on the U-turn. Wow. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. There's 3 lanes, it turned right into the first lane with the 4-wheel steering. That's awesome. I like that. Very cool. Okay, that was a big win. The 4-wheel steering, like it a lot. All right, these are kind of big and chunky, these buttons. So that's, takes a bit of getting used to. Screen, yeah, it's interesting. I guess there's nav here somewhere. I don't want to play with it too much. Oh, pitch and roll. Keeps bugging me for Bluetooth. Okay, so there's my map over here. I don't know if we can make that bigger. No? All right. So we're hopping onto the highway here. Whoa, she got some body roll to her. Whoa. This is a heavy vehicle. Whoa. Yes. Very interesting. It rides differently than the Silverado EV, that's for sure. Shorter wheelbase on the Hummer. This is the SUV version, of course, not the truck. I'm pretty sure it's a shorter wheelbase. It feels shorter. Definitely a little bit more kind of hippity hop type of thing. But overall, the ride is pretty smooth. Doing 75, 74, just booting along here. Not too bad. Now it's got that pedal, the regen boost, I believe. Like the Volt had that, I think, first. And then the Bolt and every other electric that GM's come out with since. Let's try that out. So we're gonna come off the throttle and I'll hit that paddle. Here we go, off the throttle and hit the paddle. It's a little bit more. Nowhere near as aggressive as on the Bolt. I guess the Bolt is a much lighter vehicle too, but okay, that's kind of cool. Regen and then hit the button. So it probably, I would say it doubles the regen. It's interesting. I guess you might use it, I don't know, if you like a little bit more engagement in your driving or you're pulling a trailer or something like that. So one thing that would be nice, there doesn't seem to be any blind spot camera on this vehicle. When I put the signal on, it would be nice if it showed me like in the screen or here or something, you know, showed me what's beside me. I've really gotten used to that in the Plaid. Now we do have that mirror camera up here. That's okay. It doesn't show you anything in the blind spot though, because that's kind of a bummer. It's a pretty cool vehicle. Big kind of rose gold vents. I mean, these are honking things. I don't know. It's got kind of a vibe to it for sure. It's pretty cool. What's it say? Edition 1? Edition? Something like that on the glove box there. The, let's see, sun visors, not bad. They're like a fabric material. Now these panels on the roof too, they're removable. So this is a convertible SUV, kind of a T-top type of vibe going on. That's cool. These panels will store in a bag up in the power front trunk. The power front trunk is nice. I do like that. I love a power front. Huge proponent of power front. That is something that I wish I had on my Tesla Model S Plaid. But this is cool. This has got your little readout here. I think it's the Super Cruise. I'm guessing that's the buttons for it here. Let's try and turn that on. It's gap adjustment. Okay, here we go. Just lit up green. We're now on. So that's cool. We can increase our speed. GM Super Cruise. This changes your gap adjustment. So now we're down to 2 car lengths, 1 car length. So let's tighten it up. If this, look at this. So that's like info. There's Bluetooth to do voice commands, all that sort of thing. So this is showing green. I guess everything's, you know, kind of good to go type of thing. We're down to 36 miles on range. Plugging away here. We took the Hummer out with about a quarter, no, like just over an eighth of a battery of a tank. So we're pushing it. We're gonna head to Buc-ee's to put some juice in this thing. Materials on the door is interesting. This is like a padded kind of textile. It's like a technical fiber, kind of, I don't know what you would call that. Almost like wetsuit material, maybe? Neoprene, maybe? Something like that. But it's very heavily textured. Let's see if it'll change lanes. So I'm blinking. It's giving me a little icon here, auto change lane function. Let's go. Here we go. It moved over. Nice. We're now over. The signal light is still on, though. Why didn't you turn off the signal light? All right. So I have to turn off the signal light. That's interesting. I wonder if I can tap it. Let's try it again. No? All right. Okay, so you can tap it, but if you click it on, then it just stays on. That's kind of not the greatest. So we're just moving over here. That's interesting. All right. Wipers are kind of cool. There's 3 of them, 1, 2, and 3. So that's kind of neat. Let's fire those up. There we go. This is like, kind of reminds me of the Toyota FJ Cruiser, which is another vehicle that has that long and wide windshield. So they got to go with these short, stubby wipers, and they do 3 of them to get the coverage. We've got OnStar here. The GM's had that for a long time, kind of a voice assistant, call center type thing. Big honking handles on the door. Power front, parking brake. There's some accessory buttons down the bottom. We've got a wireless charging pad. This thing's blinking at me. Why is it blinking at me? All right, now it's okay. USB ports, USB regular, the OG one, and then the USB-C. We got some drive modes here, so this is interesting. Does that do anything? Okay, we turned it. There we go. Wow, look at the animations there. Big Hummer, off-roading with lightning bolts. All right, so let's bring that back. Oh, here we're in tow haul mode. Now we're in terrain. Now we're in normal. Okay, tow haul. Right on. My mode, so you can have a custom mode. That's fun. A lot of kind of funky animations and whatnot here. That's unique. All right, off-road, terrain, normal. Okay, so there you go. That's the drive modes. That's kind of cool. There is a decent amount of wind noise coming from this panel. Nothing terrible. I mean, if you had the music on, you wouldn't notice it, but there is a little bit. Anytime you add in a seal, you're bound to get a little bit of wind noise here and there. It's just an opportunity for some air to make a little noise and sing you a little song. So it's got lane centering, so we're staying centered in the lane here. This is nice. We're headed to charge at Buc-ee's, so I'm going to try out the Magic Dock. That's pretty cool. and charge in the non-Tesla portion of the app. So we're heading south here, and yeah, it kind of feels pretty good actually. I like it. There's a little tire noise, but again, this is all like Hummer stuff. Like you're buying a Hummer, so that's kind of understandable. The original Hummers were terrible. Even the H2s were really loud, like a lot of tire noise, wind noise. You're driving a brick. This is much more refined and of course way more powerful. And the four-wheel steering, I would say, is my favorite thing about it. These panels are kind of cool. I would love to drive it without them on, but I mean the wind noise is going to be crazy. But I mean like off on the beach and that sort of thing, kind of doing an off-road thing, I think that would be a lot of fun. Kick some dust up with the panels on. So that's kind of cool. Everything's kind of big and chunky. There's a lot of carryover from gas cars here, so having a start button, having a gear shift, and just kind of having a lot of these big old buttons and that sort of thing, it kind of makes it a bit old school. So that's kind of interesting, but I like it. I think it's sweet. It's a cool truck, nice and spacious, lots of room in the trunk. The front trunk's awesome too. They got a cool topographical kind of graphic matte wrap on the hood. That's sweet. And overall, there's a lot to like about this vehicle. I would say that it this would be a fun vehicle to own. You do need an adapter to use the Tesla network. I think eventually GM has said that they are going to switch to the Tesla port, so that'll make things easier as far as charging. And Super Cruise is it's kind of like, look at this guy just moving over on me with no signal whatsoever. It just rolls into the lane. Nice. Super Duty Ford with his 360 instant camera on the back just bouncing around. Anyways, it's a cool truck. I think this would be interesting to drive. Now it's got a massive battery, so it does take a long time to charge this thing compared to some of the other more efficient EVs. But I think overall, if you plug it in at home and you just you got a decent level 2 charger, I think 80 amp is the biggest you can put on this thing. It's not too bad, but it's cool. I think this must be like an eye tracker thing. I wonder if it can see through my glasses. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's a cool truck. Very Hummer. I mean, there's a lot you can excuse a lot because it is just a big honking vehicle. Let's see how it steps out here. So we're down to quarter. Oh, it just buzzed my seat. Super Cruise unavailable. Oh, it just kicked out. It just kicked off. Wow, what the heck? Just kicked off my Super Cruise. Hang on. I'm gonna turn it. Oh, wow. It will not allow me to use. Yeah, Super Cruise unavailable in this lane. That sucks. It just buzzed me and just kicked it off. So it's kind of like the old AP1 on Tesla, the OG kind of lane keeping autopilot, but autopilot never kicks off like that. That was freaky. It just buzzed my seat and then it's like, all right, you're on your own. So you better be paying attention. Let me turn it back on here. Yeah, Super Cruise is unavailable now. We haven't got off the highway. What the heck? Super Cruise unavailable. No road information. What? That's not cool. I don't have any cruise control. Super Cruise unavailable. Super Cruise unavailable. Charge vehicle soon. All right. This is getting funky now. All right. Well, hang on, folks. Let's see if we make it to the charger, because our charge level is dropping pretty aggressively now. We're down to just 23 miles left. Got a little ways to go. Okay. Oh, we got some audio controls on the back of the steering wheel. Just found those. That's kind of neat. But I am not happy about this Super Cruise thing. Cruise braking on. Wait a sec. Are we back? No. Whoa! Look at this. Look, it's flashing red. Super Cruise disengaging. Take control. Take control. What is going on? It just was on. It was working fine. And now it's like no road information. Try it again. Nothing. Nothing. Now it's just ignoring me. Super Cruise unavailable. All right. That is, can you imagine? You're just cruising along on Super Cruise, and then it's like, whoa, just let her go. Okay, I buzzed your seat, but you're on your own. That's not super cool with Super Cruise. Jeepers. So now it's just, is it holding the speed? What's going on here? 74? Okay, so it just is in, I think I pressed the regular cruise control. Ah, yeah. Okay, so you have old school cruise control where it just holds the speed, you can use that still. But the lane keeping and all the other safety features just blacked out. It says I don't have road information. Okay. Here we go. Here's our exit. I think we're going to make it. We're down to just 19 miles. I can't believe it was just 23 a minute ago. 21. We've only gone a mile. All right. Well, it's got some fake noises. Listen to that. It's like, woo. That's interesting. Kind of fun. Oh, the brakes come in. Big regen, big brakes. We'll make our way over to Buc-ee's. We're going to get this thing juiced. Buc-ee's. Hit the brakes, hit the brakes. Oh my goodness. Oh, this guy's from Wyoming. Interesting. Whoa. Okay, it's kind of like, it's got a lot of rock in the suspension. Yeah, look at this. So if you tap the accelerator, the hood just goes, boom. It's kind of like, reminds me of like the old Hemis. The old, what was that? Like 2005, I think they came out. Chrysler came out with the 300C Hemi. And that was the same thing. You just touch the accelerator in low gear and just boom, lift the hood. This is the same thing. Just like leaping up. That's funny. Big power in this thing. Big old beast. Here we go. Whoa. Yeah, you can feel the weight. Oh my gosh. Woo! Whoa. Yes, there we go. Hang on, boys. Boy, she's got roll too. Whoa. This thing's a heavy vehicle. You can feel the weight. It's just like, oh yeah, baby, we're coming through. Get out the way. Man, I really wish it had a blind spot camera. This is a big truck. It needs a blind spot camera. I've gotten used to that, even on smaller vehicles, and it's a great feature. But a truck like this really should have that. It's got little icons in the mirrors that light up orange if somebody's in your blind spot, but that's not good enough. I want to see like who's further back, who's coming up the side of me, that sort of thing. All right, let's go into Buc-ee's here. No trucks. Let's get plugged in at the Beaver. Buc-ee the Beaver. Whew. Tired. Come on, Josh, gotta get a coffee. All right. Again, I would like to have a blind spot. I'm looking through and all I can see is a pillar. Jeepers. All right. I see some chargers. Whoa, here we go, baby. Big piped in audio. Listen to this. Oh my gosh. All right. So one good thing that GM did on this thing, where's reverse? All right, gear shift. We have a camera. Wow, that took a second. All right, we got a bird's eye view camera. That's fun. All right, so that'll help us get in the spot. And the GM did a smart thing here. They put the charge port on the left side rear, driver's side rear, just like Tesla. So it really helps when you're trying to plug this thing in. Oh, it's buzzing my seat when I'm backing up. That's fun. Ooh. Whoa. Now it's like, alert, alert. All right, look at this. I just went to press park. Why did I do that? All right, press park on the gear shift. We arrived with 19 miles of range remaining. We're like, I don't know, a 16th left of the battery. It's saying charge vehicle soon. And we're going to go out and plug this puppy in, see how much juice we can get in whatever we're going to grab. I don't know, maybe 20 minutes or something like that. This is a fairly new truck. It's only got 15,000 miles on it. And so far the ride was okay. Let's see what the charging experience is like. All right, so charge port here. Hello? How do you open it? Not a pluggy thing? Oh, maybe we do it from the key? Charge port? Here, plug. Does that do it? Nope. Is it on the key? ×2. What's this? Oh. I don't know. Range increaser. Okay. That's not good. Whoa, I don't know what's going on here. I don't even know what that means. Oh, that's the tailgate. That's the rear hatch. Okay. I want to open my charge port. Hello? How do you open the charge port? What's going on here? Wow. Hello? Why is this stupid thing won't open? and I go to click on Hummer EV charge port door, and look at this. It's friggin' Kyle and Colton with this truck, and it's friggin' he's ripping the charge port door off. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Oh my gosh. Nobody told me this thing was effed like this. Come on. Come on, baby. This is hilarious. Come on now. All right, so we got the charge port door open. Open up the CCS cables. Let's get the magic dock here. Click. Come on, baby. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now we're plugged in. Holy smokes, this is a complete mission. Total mission. All right, so I need charge another EV. This is crazy. Oh man, fantastic. Here we go. Finally, Tesla. Charge here, yes. Get started. Locate your post number. We did that. Okay. Post number is 1D. Oh, it says it's occupied. Oh, okay. So let's get this out of here then. We are no longer, we don't want to be occupied. Let's go. Is that going to go live again? Let's see here. Charge here. 1D. Okay, unlock the adapter. Okay, here we go. Click. Ah, let's go. There we go. Plug it in, plug it in. Ah. Holy smokes. Okay, we're plugged in. We plugged it in. Initializing. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I don't think I've ever done this actually. Okay, here we go. 6% charging progress, charging fees. Oh, so cool. 18 kilowatts. Just heard the coolant pumps get going there. Some fans. We're charging 74 kilowatts. That is not that great. These are capable of 250 out here at Buc-ee's. 19 cents so far. Oh, 130 kilowatts. All right, 141. Come on, let's get into the twos already. Come on, come on. Let's get some juice going here. Oh, we've already got 1%. There we go. So we pulled in with 6%. We're up to 7 now. We've already got 1.1 kilowatts. 141. That's it. It's topping it at 141. Wow. That's worse than I was getting on a V2 Tesla Supercharger with my Model S Plaid the other day. I was pulling like 147. That was on an old V2. All right, well, we're just going to let it sit here and cook for a little while, and we'll check back in with you later. Oh my gosh. That was a nightmare. Charge port door. Look at this. I didn't even bother putting it back on. Unbelievable. Seized charge port door. Like actuators are cooked. Anyways, we got some juice. We're up to 94 miles. And we're heading out of here, heading to the next charger. All right. That was crazy. So we use the app. We're pulling out of Buc-ee's here. We use the app to turn on the Tesla charger there with the CCS port. That was actually pretty easy. Once you use it once or twice, it would just be like second nature. It'd be like nothing. So the magic docks work really well. No complaints there. Just gonna get out of this parking lot because, you know, Buc-ee's crazy busy. All right, put the windows up. And it says we're gonna get to our next stop with 7%. So let's see if we can get that down. Let's see if we can make it in one piece. How about that? Yeah, so that was cool. That was the Johnstown Buc-ee's in Colorado. And very clean, nice place. Chargers worked, of course. Tesla Superchargers, y'all. Yes. Gotta love it. All right. Here we go. I think we're headed to, it's a non-Tesla Supercharger. I think it's Electrify America or something. We're going to find out. But for the sake of our drive, that's our charge on the Supercharger network. So we're accelerating here in the Hummer, and it's got good pickup. The fake kind of spaceship noises are something. I'm not used to that. You can hear that. It's like a whooshing sound, kind of a metallic. Yeah. I don't know if the mic's picking that up, but that's it. That's the noise. So let's recap, because I think I got a good feel of the Hummer. So this is the Hummer SUV, not the truck. So it's the SUV. I'm sure it has a shorter wheelbase than the Silverado. It seems a lot more pitchy. And I think that's because of the shorter wheelbase. The vehicle still weighs a crazy amount of weight due to the massive battery pack, 200 kilowatt plus, and this thing is like 9,000 and change pounds. So it tells you that every time that you go into a corner. It really tells you that. The brakes are decent though. Like if you hit them, it really brings this big piece of weight down to a quick stop, which is good. But your steering, yeah, it's still very whoa. Like it's just, you get her going and man, she just kind of rolls all over the place. So big old squishy America SUV. It's cool. I'm glad they're making it. That's for sure. Would I buy one? For the driving that I do a ton of road tripping. I'm sure this thing's a beast off-road, other than the fact that it weighs so much, which would be really hard on your tires. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool vehicle. It's every bit a Hummer. It's incredibly inefficient. It's incredibly beastly. It's powerful. It's noisy. It's got these piped in noises. It's got the crazy animations. It's very comical in a way, and I think that's cool. I'm really glad that we're making vehicles like this, because it's going to bring people to EVs that maybe wouldn't otherwise have looked at one, and you can have a lot of fun with it. Pull the roof off, rip it out on the beach, take it through the forest. I think it'd be a lot of fun. The driving mannerisms, I mean, it tracks nicely. It's very easy to drive. The four-wheel steering, I will say, is probably my favorite feature about the Hummer EV. Another favorite, definitely would be top 5, is going to be this rear view mirror with the camera. That's really cool. It's got a great wide angle view out the back, and then you're not worried about looking around headrests, looking around people behind you. It really doesn't matter. You can load this thing up with cargo, and it's you can just have this perfect view out the back. It's super easy, and that makes it much more manageable. The 3 windshield wipers are hilarious. The mirrors on the side are great. They're a big size. They've got the little orange, somebody's in your blind spot lights. But I think that's kind of like passe. That's like old school. It's just giving me like, 2012 vibes. That's kind of when they came into vogue, was in the, mid 2000s. And it's kind of like, 2025, we should have a camera. When I put my turn signal on, turn left, boom, make this section, show me what's way back behind me, show it to me on a camera. And then I would be able to use those cameras, riding on the trail, off-road, when you're towing, when you're trying to back into certain spaces or maneuver. I think that is something I would definitely have on the suggestion box, or put in the suggestion box, have on the list, whatever. Put blind spot cameras on this thing. This is a big, heavy, fast vehicle. And to have those cameras, I think, would be a lifesaver in a lot of ways. Other than that, screen is okay. It's a little bit, slow and sluggish. Definitely could use some improvement. Software is typical legacy auto software. It's not the worst. I've certainly used a lot worse than this. But anybody coming from, an older gasoline, ICE vehicle, diesel, whatever, would have no problem with it. If you're coming from a Rivian or a Tesla, yeah, you're going to realize that this is like out of the Stone Age. But it is what it is. So I would definitely say it could use some better software. But overall, it's not a bad vehicle. It's a lot of fun. If you're not looking to do crazy road trips, if you've got a good charging setup at home, and you like a good, wild, off-road capable vehicle, but has a real presence to it as well. With really, practically speaking, it's got decent storage. You've got a huge power frunk, which is great. You've got a power rear swing door on the back that allows you into the rear. You can fold those seats down. It does have a lot of cargo space. I'm sure there's some roof racks or some accessories and whatever you can get for it. And it can tow a fair bit as well. So from a utility standpoint, it is 100% a sport utility vehicle. And I would recommend it. If somebody's looking for something ostentatious and a little wild, go for the Hummer EV. But that's the ride and drive here. I think we've had a good feel of it. It's just a big old chunky America vehicle, and I'm glad they're making it. Guys, we'll see you in the next video.